Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the ADK channel. Today's video is something I definitely haven't checked out, and I'm fairly certain Andy or Kirk haven't, but you never know, you'll probably know them inside and out, and I'll be looking like a fool. But without further ado, we're going to go check out today's video. There'll be no pausing and no talking during it. That way you get to enjoy the video, we get to enjoy the video, we'll share our thoughts at the end. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. So, unfortunately, they did tell you what the band was named at the end there, so I can't even ask you to guess, but that was Parasite Inc. and the Pulse of the Dead. Let's throw it over to you, Kirk.
I've never heard anything by this band. I know the name. I'm just looking at the discography now. So that was their debut album. That was 2013, wasn't it? They had an album out last year as well, August 2022, which passed me by. When I heard that music and you said it's German melodic death metal, I did roll my eyes. I was like, oh, here we go, melodic death metal. So other than brutal death metal, another genre that I just don't like is melodic death metal. To me, really enjoyed that. Do you know why? First of all, they've gone for that Fear Factory Soul of a New Machine type production, haven't they? So there's like a quasi-industrial rhythm to it.
Yeah.
I like how they down-tuned the guitars. Were they playing 7-string guitars? Did either of you notice?
I didn't pick it up.
I think they were. I love the exaggeration of those vocals. They are really ghoulish, aren't they? Really demonic. But yeah, catchy. So I guess with me, what I don't like about melodic death metal, it's just Iron Maiden, isn't it, with death metal vocals, and that is not like that. That is quite really well thought out. I didn't even think it was a simple song structure. I love the drums at the beginning, Dave. The mix on those tom drums and the snare almost felt mechanized, didn't it? You know, like they'd use Pro Tools to bring it up to that level. But I understand why they wanted that industrial element to it.
They are processed. They're compressed drums, which I'm not a big fan of that tom sound. Didn't mind the snare, don't mind the kick. I didn't like the tom. It sounded like hitting some upside down little plastic tubs to me was the toms. But
it'd be easy to do that live though, wouldn't it? Because they could easily have the kit to do that live.
They can trigger them and stuff like that, but yeah.
So you couldn't say that's overproduced because that's deliberately wanted to bring.
They've intentionally.
Yeah, great vocals, good riffing as well. I like the video. To me, even though that was shot in 2013, if someone had said 2001 or even 1998, I'd believe them. The other band it reminded me of, do you know that Swedish death metal band Hypocrisy? You'll know that band. They went in a similar direction in the early 2000s to that. They're an underrated band, Hypocrisy. They're more famous, aren't they, for Peter Turkgren, who's this death metal producer extraordinaire. I would. I'm disappointed I didn't get to review their album from last year. It just must.
There we go.
Available Reaper Entertainment. Strange, but yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm surprised by how much I enjoyed that.
Andy, what did you think?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. Never heard the band, never heard of the name, but yeah, that was really good. Just echoing a lot of what Kirk said, really. I like the look of the video, that blue filter with the very sort of split-second color splashes that they use very, very occasionally. Just the look of the video was great. Really like the start of the song. Is one of those where I thought, I want these vocals to be good. I want to like these vocals, and I did. They were great vocals, great drum sound, really crisp and clear, and the solo, which often sort of throws a track in the bin for me a lot of the times, really worked. Really good song throughout. I think it was clear how we all responded to that when if you look at the sidebar. Yeah, lots of great passages. I like the where the guitar's just playing on its own, and then the rest of the band kicks in sort of mid section. Yeah, enjoyed that a lot. Really
I think there's for me, I was really weird when I was listening to his vocals. It reminded me a little bit of the singer from Samael. So I was getting that kind of his sort of vocals. It's like if Samael was on speed, this is what the band would sound like. It's like ramping everything up. So I really liked those, that style. Interestingly, you mentioned kind of groove metal elements in there because I actually picked an industrial. There is definitely an industrial undertone of the drums, but it's the riff that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're getting into new metal territory at this point, like Spine Shank sort of style, which I'm a fan of Spine Shank. I know it's not new metal, is not your thing, Kirk, definitely, but that is definitely a new metal riff. But what they've done is they've not made it like an apparent this is a new metal song. They've blended it with lots of other different styles. So that band has got a really nice mix of different bits from different styles. Like the solo is not what I would call a new metal solo. It's not a doom solo. That had very much a melodic death metal-y style of solo, with almost a little bit of classic metal undertones as well. So they blended everything really well. There was nothing wastage in there. The only thing I would have liked more of is actually vocals. There was a whole section for about 1 minute and 20 seconds where they were just doing riffs, which weren't even that complex. Before they got to the solo, they were just doing build up, build up, build up. Then they'll change it again. They'll build up, and then we got to a solo. And I'm thinking that would have been really. I was actually going, when's the vocals going to come back in? Because I'm really enjoying the vocals.
Yeah.
And we lost it for about 1 minute. Like that whole build-up section before the solo could have had another vocal passage, some sort of different transition, because he's got a great voice, and I'd have liked to have heard more of that.
Yeah, that's why it was quite an unorthodox song structure, because I said that, didn't it? You know, with you said it lost you. With me, I had a similar experience. So I was thinking, what are they trying to do here? And I couldn't work it out. It was like a bit of an unintentional puzzle for the listener, wasn't it? Yeah. Can I just pick up on one point? Did you put the words nu metal and solo in the same sentence?
I did. I did.
Can you tell me any nu metal song with a solo? That's one of the things.
Not off the top of my head, and that's the interesting thing. Is the bands like this where they've taken their influences and they've picked the best parts of their influences and put it together in a track, and it works. But you couldn't actually. I mean, when I saw German melodic death metal, I'm like, that doesn't sound anything like what I would class as melodic death metal. Maybe a little bit like Modern in Flames at points in there, but then though what people that say Modern in Flames isn't like the classic Gothenburg melodic death metal, because you have to go back to things like Lunar Strain and stuff like that off the early Jester's Court or Jester's Place. Sorry, so there's a lot of the earlier stuff you have to go back to for In Flames to get that kind of classic stuff. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable there with Parasite Inc. and The Pulse of the Dead. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.